Hello and welcome back to another video on my YouTube. Today I'm going to be trying a slightly different video. So we're going to have to find the coefficient of x to the power of 11 in this binomial here. X cubed plus x squared plus 2 to the power of 8. This video will be slightly longer, so be ready. So when we have a binomial, it is quite clear we have to be clever with Pascal's triangle and its expansion. So we're going to group x cubed and x squared together. When we have row 8 in Pascal's triangle, here are the obvious coefficients: 1, 8, 28, 56, 70, and it goes back down in the same order. So when we have a plus b to the power of 8, it expands to this. I won't read it out, but you can take a look for yourself quickly now. In the scenario above, we have a is equal to x cubed plus x squared, whilst b is equal to 2. So how do we get x to 11 when we have all these terms? When we replace a with x cubed plus x squared, it is essentially equal to another binomial which we have to expand. So when we have a to the power of 4, it is essentially equal to x cubed plus x squared to the 4, which is another binomial. So let's do some clever manipulations of indices. Which ones are indeed too small to actually have powers of 11? Before I explain why, these are the only ones which are too small. It may be slightly interesting that they all have powers of a which are quite small. So I'm going to expand x cubed plus x squared to the power of 3 quickly. And there is the full expansion, and the more simplified one is here. X to the power of 9 plus 3x to the 8 plus 3x to the 7 plus x to the 6. So why doesn't this one have a power of 11? It's because the largest power will always be x to the 3 to the power of 3 because of the power of a, whilst the smallest will always be x squared to the power of 3. It is clear that this one does not have a power of 11 because x to the 3 cubed is x to the 9, which is clearly too small. Likewise for all the other terms in the above, they are too small to contain powers of 11. So using the same logic as before, comparing the indice values, which ones are too large to have powers of 11? It's these ones, right? When we have a to the 6, a to the 7 and a to the 8. So when the power is 6, x cubed plus x squared to the power of 6 would always have the smallest power being x to the 12, because x squared to the power of 6 will be x to the 12. It can't go any smaller than this, because when you expand this binomial, the smallest term would be 1 multiplied by x cubed to the 0, so 1, multiplied by x to the 12. And so it doesn't go below x to the 12. So what do we have left? We have 70 multiplied by a to the 4 times b to the 4 plus 56 multiplied by a to the 5 multiplied by b to the 3. So as we have done before, we are adding 2's or 3's to get 11. So when we have the power as 6, we have 6 options of 2's or 3's to get to 11. Likewise, when we have the power as 3, we have 3 options of 2's and 3's. So we'll start with 70 multiplied by a to the 4 times b to the 4, where a to the 4 is what we're mainly looking at. So is there a combination of 2 or 3's using 4 of them that can get us to 11? There is quite an obvious one, which is 3 plus 3 plus c plus 2 is equal to 11. And using Pascal's triangle again, the second column of this would have the coefficient of 4, and so x cubed to the power of 3 multiply x squared to the power of 1 multiplied by 4 will also be equal to 4 times x to the 11. Meanwhile, does 56a to the 5 have a power of 11 using 5 2s or 3s to get there? Yes, it does. When we have 4 2s and 1 3 making 8 plus 3, this is equal to 11. So on the next row of Pascal's triangle, we have the coefficient of 5, and we have x cubed to the power of 1 and x squared to the 4, and this is equal to 5x to the 11. Because we have found x to the 11, it is obvious that we can ignore all the other terms in this expansion below. So we can replace the x cubed plus x squared on both scenarios with 4x to the 11 and 5x to the 11 as we had on the previous screen. We know that 2 to the power 4 is 16 and 2 to the power 3 is 8. And this is near the end of the video now, where we can work out the coefficient. So 16 times 70 times 4 and 56 times 8 times 5 is equal to 4,480 x to 11 plus 2,240 x to 11, and in total it is 7,720 x to 11. So thank you for watching this video today. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.